Okay. We are back. All right. Anything? Anything? Okay. Hi, everybody. Okay, so thanks for those 10 seconds. Had to refresh it, but okay. Yergi says I'm back. Elvin can see me. M, anybody else that's here? Can you see me? Are you watching right now? Okay. Okay, good. Looks like we are fully back online. Um, all right, so that was weird, but Twitch has been twitchy all dang day. That's okay, Yuri. Lurk all you need. I'll catch you when you get back. And Elvin, thank you. And M, I'm here too. And anybody else who's here, feel free to just say hi. Let me know you're here. And we'll see what happens. This has been an interesting day, and this doesn't surprise me in the flippin' slightest. Oh dear. Okay. So, where were we? So we were here at the mug, and noticed that the saucer is completely laid out in white carpet. You're not on Wi-Fi, so you think like, it may be M. It's been lagging all day for everybody. I mean, Mrs. Wells had that problem. I think who was it? Who was on before Mrs. Wells? I think Thomas had that problem. A couple of other people. Just it was weird. Just the lag was weird. Rowdy says, I don't have time for Mickey D's commercials. I want NJ. Oh, you're a trip. That's funny. So, as you can see, right, we laid this all out. We've got a nice welcome mat here. You know how they have the red carpet? Here we have the light blue carpet. And so you come in here, right? And here's the main space. This is where the majority of the shop is going to be. It's laid out with buttons right now, with a few torches in between. That's to just keep ghasts from spawning. Because a couple of days ago, I was playing offline, and I went AFK to just experiment. To just experiment. To see if it was a ghast or some other, like, freaky thing that was causing me to die while up here. Because I'd get blown up and all my stuff would get blown up, and I'm like, why? Why is this happening? And it turned out that I had spawnable spaces up here, which I didn't realize I had, and that was causing ghasts to spawn basically right over my head. And so since I'm AFK, I'm a perfect target for them. They just go whammo whammo whammo, and then I die. I lost my really awesome bow. I lost a pair of diamond boots the last time I died. That's not counting the 4 deaths in the gold farm. That was an entirely different situation. And if you watched last stream, especially within the first, I think half hour, 45 minutes, um, Space Dorito, like the hero without a cape, came to my rescue and basically explained to me how the gold farm works in a way that I was able to recover all of my stuff. And all the extra stuff I had, I donated it back to the Parthenon, except the enchanted shield. I had to take that back. Thanks for the host, Elvin. I appreciate it. I had to take that back because I lost it during the ghast explosion. So I did replace a shield. I did. I did replace a shield. And the extra elytra I had that has mending and unbreaking 3 that I took. Um, that went that went to the Parthenon as well. I have an elytra, but an identical one is in the Parthenon for in case people have the same situation I did. Elvin, it's I forget exactly where it is, but it's under um what's it under? It's under um I think it's under preferences moderation on the bar on the right hand side of the creator dashboard. It's in there somewhere. Now, yeah, so this mug right here. I've been going back and forth with it. I mean, I've torn this saucer up and down at least 3 or 4 times, and I think it's finally right because you have the lip. What am I doing? Why am I throwing buttons? What is wrong with me today? Jeez. I'm just like tossing stuff willy-nilly. What's wrong with me? Anyway, so here, so we have this saucer, and you'll notice at the end that this last row of the saucer itself is raised, and that's because with traditional coffee cup saucers, they have that lip at the top. So you have the dip in the middle, that's where the coffee cup sits. Then you have the flat part of the plate itself, and then you have that slightly raised part at the end, and that's to keep coffee or other fluids that you have in your mugs from spilling all over you. Excuse me, it's kind of like that protection ring, and that's what you see here. Um, Now with the mug, the way that the mug sits right now, it's nice and wide, and that's what I wanted. But I've been looking at a picture that I snagged. I actually have it saved in one of my folders. I actually keep. Okay, so you're gonna laugh about this, and if he's watching, he's gonna laugh about this. But I keep a folder on my desktop, and it's called Because Joe. And that's for Joe Hills, whose Patreon server I am currently on right now. A lot of the stuff that I have in there, it's like pictures and my skins and everything else, is all mainly because of all the shenanigans that have ensued since I've joined his Patreon and became a patron. And I thought that I had the picture in this folder, and I don't, and I'm not happy about that. It's probably under downloads. Did I put it under pictures, maybe? Save pictures? I don't know. I'm looking for this picture that I literally just saved, and I can't remember where I put. I'm so good at it. I can't remember where I put it. How amazing is that, right? Um, I think I saved it as mug. Oh, I know. It's under wait. It is. It's right here. Oh my gosh. I saved it as mug, 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 mug. Word? Sure. Why not word? It's probably not going to work. It's fine. Probably because I got it off of Internet Explorer. I must not have saved it as a PNG. That's my bad. Oops. Give me 1 second, everybody. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for this, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is ridiculous. Oh gosh, I should know this by now. Oh, here it is. Okay. So I have this mug as my inspiration, and I would show it to all of you. But it has information on it that I'm not super comfortable. Let's see, we're gonna close that, cancel that, and let's get into, I can't figure out how to bring this. Yeah, okay, we're gonna close that. There's everybody. Okay. Hi, Black Screen Tea. Welcome to the stream. So we're on. My pseudonym is NJ Coffee Junkie. Everyone calls me NJ Coffee or Coffee Junkie for short. Welcome. It's nice to have you. We're on the Joe Hills Patreon realm. This is the Legacy realm. There are 3 realms that he has. It might be. I don't know. I thought I set this aside so I could look for the picture because I need that as inspiration. But yeah, so I'm on his Legacy realm. There's also an esports realm, which is electronic Shakespeare and other random shows. And hi, my loves dogs. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the stream. And pseudonym is a fun word. but there's also a new server, a new realm that he opened for us. Ah, thank you for the follow, Miles Loves Dogs. Appreciate that. Um, that everyone seems to be on right now, and I will be I will show you guys what I'm working on there at some point. But I wanted to finish this at the very least first. Um, this this legacy seed is the Hermitcraft. I'm sorry, what? I was third on the list for Minecraft streams. I'm sorry, what? That's awesome. Oh, I'm blushing. Well, I'm glad you decided to check me out. Thank you. Um, so yeah, we're on the Nether Hub roof. If you are familiar with Joe Hills on the Hermitcraft server, I'm one of his patrons, and this is his legacy server, his patron server. Uh, the whitelist for this is closed. It just closed after season 6 ended, and now that seven has started, a new realm was created for us, kind of to match with the seasons, and there are a lot of people on that, so there's a lot of like getting started and going from there. So what you're seeing here, this is a coffee cup saucer, and this is the mug itself. I am one split second. I can't listen because I'm run and grab headphones. I can't seem to get CC to work. But hi, hey Space, go get the headphones. It'll take you 2 seconds. That way you can listen in if the closed captioning isn't working. I do have closed captioning on here for anyone who needs it. It should be on the right hand side. They should be working just fine. If not, I'll look into it later. Elvin says, we're talking about fun words. Don't forget about thagomizer. Thagomizer. That's a fun word. Took me a second to figure out how to pronounce it, but yeah, that is a fun word. Yurgi says, Space, go get the headphones. It'll take 2 seconds. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Yurgi. I can always count on Yurgi. And Rowdy just joined the game, so it's going to be a fun night. I can already tell. Hi, Icy. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. It's good to see you. How you doing? How's everybody doing? Space will come back after dinner. Awesome. Okay. So anyway, this is the mug, and I'm actually basing this off of an honest. Hi, Bunny. Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. I'm basing this off of a genuine, authentic cappuccino mug. Hi, Lee. Thanks for the host. I appreciate you. That I received at my first conference, because I volunteer for a service organization, and they gave out cappuccino mugs and saucers, and so that's the inspiration for this build. And thanks, Rowdy. So what I'm trying to do, this looks a little bit square round-ish. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make this a little bit broader on the sides so that it's not so boxy, which, you know, it's Minecraft. It's going to be boxy somehow. Um, the saucer itself is 64 blocks wide, and the center on the inside is 32 blocks wide. I have iron doors to match the white of the white concrete, which was an absolute pain in the tuchus to help get together. I basically bought out our concrete shop and pretty much demolished a small beach to get this. Thank you, Lee. I appreciate it, and I'm glad I got to catch some of your stream earlier. And hi, Pirate. Good to see you too. Um, oh! Um, hey! Be careful. I know everybody likes their coffee hot, but that's not how that works. It's okay. I have really good armor with mending on it, so I don't mind too much. It's fine. Stranger things have happened. So yeah, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to discern if I should break down a layer or two, because I want to keep the doors where they are. The doors are fine, but I want to try and see if I should widen this out. Like maybe, okay, I do have some white concrete on me. So maybe have it come up like, no, I can't place the cod. Like have it come out one block this way, but wait, hold on, that's in the wrong spot. So, like, have it, because here, hold on, let me show you. So, this right here, where you see this white, that's the outline of the mug itself, and the interior is supposed to be, you know, the actual coffee that's in it. And the roof is going to be wood, and I'm going to put carpet over it, and I'm going to do like latte art on the top. But I'm trying to figure out how, oh dear, Rowdy got himself in trouble again. Be more careful, Rowdy. You can't really fly up here because you get disoriented easily, as do I. Well, everybody gets disoriented, it's fine. Well, not fine, but you know what I mean? Like, Rowdy, if you're watching this, let me know if you need your stuff retrieved and approximately where you died. I'll go get it. So, like I was saying, I'm trying to figure out how to widen this just a hair, but at the same time, I almost don't want to. Because on this side, about here, however large we make this, the mug handle is going to reach across and over. So it's going to have to be pretty big. Now, thankfully, when I started putting this together, this is all white concrete, except, like you can't see, but underneath here towards the center, it's all, quartz slabs. Bottom laid quartz slabs in the middle to get that indentation. So there was a lot of white concrete. But when I originally put this, saucer together, it was over 90 blocks wide because I can math. And realizing quickly that my math was horrifically off, I instead took it upon myself to recrunch the numbers, realized I had erred, and then went, okay, back to the drawing board. Where's the one that has the coal in it? Because I want to drop this off here. You know what? I'm just going to put that in there, and then that here, and then plunk that in there, because I need this inventory empty. We'll grab some white concrete. And yeah, this is a whole flipping hodgepodge of nonsense. This was all organized before I streamed last weekend, but it is what it is. It's fine. So I still have a lot of concrete here, which is great. It works. It's perfect. And I'm going to put that to good use. I'm just going to take out some of the stuff that I don't need right now. That scaffolding I'm going to need. Oh, Dan Voel, thank you. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. All right, so let's get to building, huh? So a couple of things really quick. Like I mentioned, I do offer closed captioning for anyone that needs it. I also do, I do try to explain my builds in detail for anyone who is listening but can't watch, just so that they can still feel like they're part of the experience. Um, I don't mind questions. In fact, I have I have coffee beans as part of the channel points thing. So the longer you watch, the more points you accumulate. And the more points you accumulate, that allows you to ask or redeem them for different things. You can either redeem them for highlighting a message if there's something that you want to tell me that maybe you really need me to see, but I just don't see it right away. You can definitely use it for that. Or you can also, actually, I'm going to keep that like that. You can also redeem them to ask me a coffee related question, because I do have experience as a barista and a supervisor. I used to work for a coffee shop. Or I just added something else where if you spend a little more point-wise, you can ask me a different kind of question. Now, obviously, there are some things I will not answer, like anything religious or political or anything too close to the vest, if you will. But you can feel free to ask me just about anything. So those points are there for your convenience. But for those of you who are, new and watching, and you just followed and everything else, I'm going to give you a freebie. You can ask me something without having to spend channel points, because you don't have them yet. Now what I'm doing here is I'm breaking down... That's a ghast in the background. I don't know where it is, and I don't want to know where it is, because I'm tired of them blowing me up. They're almost as bad as creepers, I gotta tell you. But what I'm doing is, in order to keep ghasts from spawning, every layer that I work on this mug is covered in white carpet. And that's just to keep ghasts from spawning, because carpet is a great deterrent for mob spawning. But I don't know why I'm putting it back down. Ay, ay, ay. But I'm breaking it down because I'm adding a level and a layer to my build. And so I need the carpet out of the way so that I can put another layer down. And so when that layer is done, my server mate Rowdy is on with me, and they just crashed a few minutes ago. And they're saying in the chat that they should stop using the elytra. And I agree. The nether roof, which is where I am right now, and yes, I'm seriously on the nether roof. One night after Joe was demised, he came up, he blew a hole in the roof, and basically said, it's free real estate, do what you want with it, you can build here if you want to. And I saw that he had done that, but he covered everything with lime glass panes, as, you know, that's his thing. And I couldn't figure out how to get up here, but once I did, I decided that I wanted to do something up here. And my server mates, they know that I'm the server's resident barista, so they wanted me to build a coffee shop. So I got this idea to build this cappuccino mug, because all the other builds that I've done have been more, I guess, more well-known types of coffee mugs or coffee type apparatuses or whatever. Elvin says, I'm going to head out, gonna make some final edits to my video for tomorrow. Ooh, yes, and please send me a link to the video when it's done. I would love to tweet that out for you. And if everybody hasn't followed Elvin yet, please go follow Elvin, because they are fantastic. In fact, here, that's their information. So you can go find their Twitch page right now. So I encourage that wholeheartedly. Hold on. Oh yeah, I did that right. Okay. Nope, that's not right. Bless you, Manatee. Manatee Gag is my husband. He's in the other room. I am streaming from my living room right now because our office is in the process of being reorganized, so that I can stream in a more, I guess private's the word for it, private space. He doesn't mind. He's probably playing Minecraft right now as well. In fact, he's the person that got me into Minecraft. Because he's been playing for, oh, good jeez, years. And, we started watching Hermitcraft, well, Mumbo Jumbo together. Because he would come home after work and he's like, oh, well, we have the Fire Stick thingy and I want to watch this video. And I'm like, alright, sure. So we started watching it and we're like, oh, this is pretty interesting. And Rowdy is saying that Lines is the best Sean Hill sings Joe Hill's song. I agree. It's my favorite too. Wow, the ghasts are loud tonight. Good grief. Aren't they though? Aren't they loud? Sheesh. But in any event, so we started watching Mumbo Jumbo, and that's how we got into Hermitcraft, and that's how we found Impulse, and then we saw Naked and Scared, and I started playing 2 years ago now? 2018, when 1.14 came out. So basically around the beginning of Season 6 of Hermitcraft, I want to say. And I don't know where all that carpet went, but I have plenty more. Bunny says that Lines is their ringtone. Okay, that's cool, and I need to know how to do that. Yeah, I really love that song. That song is so good. my God, they're so loud. Y'all, I'm gonna get like I'm gonna get wrecked. I'm gonna get wrecked up here. Oh gosh. I still don't mind ghasts as much as creepers though. I hate creepers so much. Oh, they gave me a copy of Lions. Yeah, Space's merch shop is to my left of where I'm standing, and they sell they sell sheet music for Joe Hills. It's hilarious. Okay, where was I? I have the white concrete. Oh, I need scaffolding. That's what I came in here for. What I'm gonna do is, I know this is gonna be risky because ghasts can spawn on scaffolding. I know it's gonna be risky, but I have to do it. I need to put scaffolding on in the corners, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm putting scaffolding in the corners of the build, so that way have to if I have to come down to retrieve anything, I can just go do it without having to run all the way around and waste time. Because I'm probably gonna stream till about 11 or so. My time. I'm on the East Coast. I am up to my. I do live up to my moniker. I do live in New Jersey, so I want to make sure that I actually get some sleep. Oh, hey, Perdlo. Snuck in there, huh? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. How are you doing tonight? And how is everybody doing tonight? I mean, it's Tuesday. We're just chilling. We're building a mug. We're gonna make some cappuccino. We're gonna make some tea. Maybe. It's gonna be great. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that you think it's very snazzy, Perdlo. I appreciate that very much. Ah, biscuits. Come here. Ah, that's alright. Yurgi says they're still kind of worn out from the weekend. Yeah, that's valid. Same here. This was this was a good weekend, but for Manatee and I, it was kind of a lazy weekend. We didn't do very much the entire time. Like we did stuff around the house, and that's fine and all. Um, this was our last week, and we watched the Hermitcraft stream day, of course. Um, we are usually so busy on the weekends that it's hard. It's hard for us to be able to, like actually have a weekend where we're home and doing stuff. By the way, if the music's too loud, let me know, because I can hear it coming up in my ear. Bunny says that they used a Spotify to MP3 converter to make the ringtone, although it was complicated and not going to do that again. That also is very valid. That's that's fine. And Yurgi says those weekends are important. Yeah, they really are because, you hear the phrase self-care all the time. And it's actually something that's very important. You have to take care of yourself because, you're not going to be at your best if you're not looking after yourself. But at the same time, self-care isn't, you know, it's not just everyone says, "Oh, well, self-care is, go get a pedicure, go get a haircut, go do this, go do that." Self-care could honestly be as simple as brushing your teeth or just giving yourself that mental peace or, you know, drawing or writing a poem or building something or whatever. It's something to me self-care is doing something that is for you, that benefits you, that makes you happy, and gives you that moment's peace when life's stresses are just way too much. Yurgi says that when they think of self care, they mostly think of things like getting enough sleep and remembering to eat healthy food. Well, that's it too. That's part of it. That's all part of it. And especially now, more than ever, we need to focus on self care because of all the stuff that's going on, in the news right now. And I'm not getting political, but I'm just asking you again, hey, welcome back. I'm just asking you guys to, think ahead. And, there's a lot of stuff with that that virus that's going around, and, a lot of people are getting sick. And I'm just going to ask all of you to just, not do that, but also, be mindful of yourselves, and, make sure you're keeping your hands clean, and that you're taking care of yourself, and that you're getting plenty of sleep, and all that kind of stuff. Like, just make sure you're taking care of you, because I don't want anybody to get sick. All right? Can you all do that for me? Just make sure you take care of yourselves. Yeah, the big thing today has been has been, all of our schools. Oh, Em's joining me. Hooray. Um, you know, all of the schools that we volunteer with. I have about 34 that I work with in my volunteer work, as part of the fraternity that we belong to. I help with membership challenges, membership issues, and that kind of stuff. I help chapters. I help chapters with recruitment, retention, designing education programs, um, interpersonal stuff, conflict management, those kinds of things. But I also volunteer as a representative, an appointed representative to one of the schools in that area. And so there's been a lot of communication just in the last, 12 hours right now of, all these different colleges and universities doing what they can to keep the students safe. And so we're following suit and listening to what the schools are saying and trying to take care of them. HS Blessed. Hi and welcome to the stream. Yes, let's see. They say hi. Do you have a favorite hermit or a few of them you enjoy watching more than the others? Well, thanks for the question. I do have favorites. I'm not gonna lie. My favorite hermit is Joe Hills, and that's kind of cheaty because Manatee, my husband and we've met him and we've spent time with him at conventions and stuff, and he's one of the super nicest, chill people on the planet. In fact, this is his Patreon realm right here that I'm on. I'm on the Legacy server. Well, this is a realm, so this is the Legacy realm. Um, and this was started when Season 6 started. I also like Cleo. I love Zombie Cleo. She's great. I like Zombie Cleo. I like Mumbo, um, Ren, TFC, Iskal. Um, I love catching Ren's streams. They're always a hoot. Um, Stress Monster is another favorite. I basically like pretty much all of them. I can't really. I mean, like I said, Joe's my favorite because we met him, and we've met Wells and Python too, and they're super nice as well. Um, but yeah, Joe's my favorite. Yeah, Joe's my favorite. But I do like the hermits, and I love watching Hermitcraft, and I'm inspired by everything they do. Um, they're part of the reason why I wanted to start playing Minecraft in the first place. I've only been playing for a little under 2 years. And what you're seeing me build right now is a giant cappuccino mug, which for me is very on brand. I build a lot of coffee themed things on the servers. Although, Joe opened a new realm because there are so many of us now, as his patrons. Um, Space, if you're in here, can you just throw the link for Joe's Patreon in the chat for me? It should be patreon.com/, Joe or Joe Hills or something like that. I can't remember it offhand. But yeah, a bunch of us patrons are in here now actually. Are in the chat right now. Thank you, Space. Space is the best mod. Okay, so after I finish this row, I'm gonna carpet it up, and then we're gonna take a little bit of a detour, and we're gonna We're gonna see how this looks, because we also don't want it to be too high, because then it starts getting a little wonky. And we still have to make sure we have enough concrete for the handle. Yeah, you wouldn't say it, that's why I'm saying it, so there. Nah. Oh good, Perdla, we'd love that. The more the merrier. And one of the things that I've noticed, I'm in a couple of the Hermit's Discords, and to be honest, I've never been in one that has been a negative space. I'm in, let's see, I've hung out in impulses, falses, stresses, wrens, cubs, scars, and each one has, you know, different things about it that makes it fantastic. And if you're thinking about being a patron for any of the hermits, like really consider it if you can, because each space is just its own unique thing, and everyone in them is warm and inviting, and like you make friends. Like every single person in Joe's uh, um, Joe's Discord, which you have access to through Patreon, like all of us, we're pretty much a tight knit family. We're talking about, you know, going to conventions together. We're talking about, we've been talking about going to conventions together. We've been talking about going to like Europe or something, like doing just like crazy stuff. Like just any chance that we have where all of it that where as many of us as possible can be in the same space, we're gonna be in the same space. Like a few of us, like Aviva and Dane Leon and Kilolio, myself, Manatee, and Joe, we all hung out at PAX Unplugged back in December. Like the whole group of us. We just went and like because Manatee and I volunteer, so we always hung out with them at night. We volunteer while we're at PAX. Um, okay, so let's go up. My server mate 6C did me a giant favor and ghast-proofed this for me so I could see. Now see, that kinda looks okay. That looks like a really wide mug. Now, here's the question I have. Should I go one more row up, or is that gonna look really funky? I and Dasabro. Yes they can. They absolutely can. Okay, Perdlo. See you when you get back. They can because I have died twice up here to ghasts. And if you hear them, that's because they're up there. Yep. See, you can't see it from here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna show you. Alright, see? Let me show you something really quick. Because I'm really serious. They do spawn. So, they can't spawn on the bedrock blocks. That's true. But, for starters, we have this. This is our gold farm. I'm going to take you up in here. And don't worry, I'm not going to die. I figured out how to use it properly so that we shouldn't have any more problems. I was helping Brandon out the other night with it. Even though he lost all of his stuff. I don't know how. But something went sideways. We did retrieve the gold farm trident. It kind of disappeared on me. And then after I left the gold farm, it came back. So I guess I had yeeted it too far. It couldn't find me because I was sitting in the gold farm. And then, well, yeah, there you go. So I'm taking you up into the gold farm real quick. And it's going to get really loud in here, so bear with me for 5 seconds because this is going to be a short trip. But, see, up there, we had... You know what? Hold on. No, we're not doing this. sounds. There we go. All right, so we're going to turn the sound off for a hot minute, okay? So what happened was we had up here, I'm not going to be able to get up there because I'm going to have to put a block somewhere. But up that ladder, we had this enchanting table, right? And that was fine. But no one spawn-proofed the enchanting table. So the enchanting table was a spawnable space, and that's where the ghasts came from. And so there was one instance where they shot fireballs through an open trapdoor and murdered my face. So what we had to do, what we ended up doing, what Brandon and I ended up doing the other night off stream, was I actually donated a a stack and a half of glass, red stained glass, and we covered the enchanting table in red glass. That way, the ghasts can't see us, can't spawn. But yeah, all of this, yeah, they can spawn. So that's where they're coming from. So they're coming up from here and then basically, coming down and then just, blowing up my face. But since I'm using wee nope. Oh, okay. I always forget if I screw that up or not. One of the things about the nether welcome back, Perdlo. One of the things about the nether roof that always makes me laugh because of my own derpiness, I guess, is that when you try to fly, if you fly too high, it's easy to get disoriented. And I can't tell you how many times I splatted because I got disoriented, lost how far up I was, and then went just face planted and exploded. There was one time where I crashed and I ended up all the way over there where the crosshairs are, way behind the merch store. And if another server mate of mine didn't see me splat, I would have lost all my stuff because it was out of the range of view. They basically followed where I crashed and made sure that it was fine. But yeah, so this is the mug as it is right now. Hey Key, welcome to the stream. How's it going? How's your night going? Alright, so I was hoping to make this wider, but I think it's wide enough. Now, let me put the music back on because I realize it's off now. Because I turned it off because we were up in the gold farm and that was allowed. Okay, perfect. Okay. Oh, and by the way, I keep the the subtitles on the bottom right because since I can't see to my left or right, sometimes a creeper will sneak up and hug me, and I'm not going to know until it's right on top of me. So I keep I keep those in the bottom right corner so that I can pay attention to it and know that I'm gonna if something's coming at me, something's coming at me, and that's it. And that's not ideal. All right, so the last of the babies are in bed. Oh, good night, sweet babies. That's fine. Oh, Space! Gifting a sub to Emily. That's very sweet. I appreciate that. Thank you. And welcome. Glad to have you as a sub. You get to use the emote now. Yeah, we have a hype emote now. It's awesome. Yeah, there it is. Show it off. Show it off. I'm almost, oh, I, I'm almost, I almost have enough people to open, and unlock a second emote. That's awesome. Okay, so, if I go one up, this is going to end up looking cylindrical, and I'm not sure about that. I thought about expanding it one, but I thought that wouldn't work. But I might have to. I might have to, um, I might have to just go one wide and then expand out the rest of this and just break the interior. You know what? Hold on. We're gonna try something. We're gonna try something. So what I'm gonna do? We're gonna go on a little adventure, okay? just to see if widening it would be a good idea. So this might take a minute, but that's okay. Because, sometimes good ideas need that minute, right? And all we're gonna do is we're just gonna go around real simple, and we're gonna expand this by 1. And we're gonna see, like I said, this is just an experiment. We're gonna come around and we're gonna see if we should keep it 1 more wide. Because if we keep it 1 more wide, that'll give it the width that I think I'm looking for. Hi Fern, welcome to the stream. Glad you're here. I am trying to determine if I should widen this bad boy out by 1 block. And what I'm doing here is I'm just basically adding another, no, not there, another layer. Yeah, so that, maybe put 1 here, just for balance? No, that's not gonna work. Let's do it like that. Okay. Yeah, because, oh, now I made this is flat now. Okay, because, alright, so 1, okay, now we're in business. Now we're cooking with gas. Because, basically, I'm looking at this mug that I have as inspiration. I got it back in 98. That's how long I've had this mug. I've had that mug for 22. Oh my god. I've had the mug for 22 years. I didn't even realize that. Oh, I can do math, I swear. But in any event, so I got this mug back in 98, and it's honestly my favorite mug. That isn't my dad's. My dad has this really deep green mug, like as in it's a soup mug. It's so flat. It's it's very wide mouth and flat, and it has a little itty bitty, like little pinky handle. But I got this one as part of a convention I went to, and it was one of my favorite conventions because I met one of my closest friends there, and he and I have been friends for this entire time. And we only see each other at these conventions. That's the funny part. I've only seen him outside of this convention once, when when he found out that I was within driving distance of his house. I was at a different convention, right? And so he drove. Now check this out. He drove from Michigan to Ohio, which for him was a 3-hour drive. He said, "Oh, well, I have friends where you are. I'm going to go hang out with them during the day because you're volunteering. And then I'll see you after." So he drove 3 hours, waited 6 or 7 hours to see me, to go, he hung out with his friend or whatever, and he spent an hour with me before he had to leave. He drove 7 hours to spend 1 hour, 6 hours to spend an hour with me. And the funny thing is, that's about how much time we usually spend together at conventions anyway, because I'm usually running around for something, which is freaking hilarious. But yeah, he actually had come specifically to see me because he had gone to Saudi Arabia, because he's an English teacher, and so he does a lot of teaching abroad. And I had made a joke, a kind of like just off remark, just random, like a side, almost like a throwaway remark of, "Oh, if you're there, can you get me a Starbucks mug?" And so he comes and meets me for dinner, and he has this he has this bag with him, and he says, "Here, this is for you." And I kid you not, it was a Starbucks mug that said Kingdom of Saudi Arabia on it. And I went, "You drove 3 hours to give me this mug." And he goes, "Yeah, it was either that or mail it to you." And I thought this was better. Friends, man, friends. You gotta love them. Okay, let's see. I can't pronounce your handle, my new friend, but I will call you Ren. I will call you Ren. Welcome to the stream. I the story I was just telling was when I was at a convention a few years ago, and my friend came to visit me because he found out that I was within driving distance, and we usually see each other at a different convention, but he couldn't go that year, so he wanted to make sure to see me. Yeah, friends like that are the best. Okay, so before I build up this new outer layer, if I widen it that far, that should do the trick, right? Now, we're gonna keep this here, and obviously we'll break down the rest of this. We'll break all of this down, and we'll spread the spruce on the inside. I think that might do it. I'm gonna have to go grab more white concrete. So let's go do that. So for all of my friends that are here with me tonight, how did you get into Minecraft? Are you a Hermitcraft fan by chance? And if so, what's the coolest thing you've ever built? I really want to know. What do you think is the coolest thing you ever built? And I think, yep, that's it. Space says, "I feel like you know the answers I'd give, so I'm gonna leave the floor open for other folks." Well, just because I might know doesn't mean they would know. You can share yours, it's fine. Your cousin, yes, you watch Hermitcraft, and a huge treehouse. Ooh, pictures? I hope you have a picture. I'd love to see it. Fern says that they're... Oh, sugar. Ah, poop. Okay, I'll have to get back up there. Fern says that their first introduction to Minecraft was when their then 8-year-old daughter bought it for PS4. Oh, 8-year-old, sorry, 8-year-old son bought it for PS4 with his own money. Oh, okay. And Key says, same exact as Fern. Gee, I wonder why. I wonder why. um, I meant, I mentioned this before. I got into Minecraft because of my husband, and because he would want to watch videos and stuff. And oh, uh, biscuits. Let's fix that. Yeah, see, you can see here the underside here. Hermitcraft Naked and Scared and Zed's Super Minecraft Adventures. I haven't watched Zed's Super Minecraft Adventures yet. I really should. Okay, so that's fine as it is. Oh wait, no, this has to go back. Let's drop the buttons for now. And oh, I didn't want to drop them there. Sheesh. All right, we'll drop the steak over there. That's fine. Steak's where it should be. Okay, so we'll put the spruce back. And then we have the steak. That's good. And then we'll put that button right back where we got it. Let's see. Genesis Frog says, first, howdy. Howdy yourself, Genesis. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Their older brother, yes, they watch Hermitcraft, and probably this very cool and very cool and weird looking train station towery thing. Okay, that's really neat. I have yet to try to build a train. Next is the Fur King. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Ah, dang it. Ay, ay, ay. I'm a mess. It's fine. Space Dorito says, okay, what got me into Minecraft was playing the Xbox One version with their brothers, and they were trying to figure out how to make a bookshelf door one day. Found Mumbo, and now my life is dictated by Hermitcraft videos. The coolest thing they've built would have to be the torch shop on the Legacy realm here. Agreed. I love that torch shop. Key says they found Hermitcraft through Impulse, watching his tutorials, especially the village breeder. Oh, really? That's cool. Okay, wait a minute. I think I... Alright, wait a minute. I botched something here. This is supposed to be simple. What did I boo-boo? Oh, okay. Yurgi says that they got into Minecraft because of an ancient article someone had written about playing Minecraft for the first time. Favorite coolest Minecraft build is a toss-up between two. A Pixelmon world years ago they built in a flooded depression in the mountains, and their house, which was a winding series of tunnels and bridges over and around water. Nexus says that Luke the Notable got me into Minecraft. I don't know who that is, but that's cool. And if I accidentally took down something that should be here, I'm gonna, I, I did. That's, okay, wait, so if that's there, oh, okay, so this is pillared up, okay. This is pillared up. And this is pillared up too. And yes, it's gonna hurt for a little bit, it's fine. I think I took this down by mistake. So, yes, because these two are supposed to come down. Okay. I got it right now. We're good, we're good, we're good. So I'm going to carpet these, take these off, and then we're going to break these two down. Oh, and your 8-year-old too? Yeah, it's really cool. My niece plays sometimes, and I'm hoping that I can start a multiplayer world with her, so that we can both play. And I dug too far again. Poop. You know what? And that's not supposed to be exposed like that. But I think that... Ah, biscuits. I'm just gonna break this and climb out. I think I dug down too far. I think there's supposed to be one here, one here. And okay, because we have to put spruce there. Okay, not a big deal. Because now I can take the spruce plank. I can put the spruce plank here. Plunk the button. Done and done. Okay, so not bad, not bad, not bad. Key says their favorite build is probably the village they're working on right now. Oh, that's cool. What kind of materials are you using to build it? Meanwhile, Bunny says that they got into Minecraft by borrowing their sister's phone and playing. Got into Hermitcraft by looking at Green's Vibrant Area 77 thumbnail. Joe's their favorite now, and the coolest Minecraft build was a sandcastle in survival. Very, very cool. My favorite build as of right now... I actually really... I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay, so... So this one has to come down, but this one has to go up. So we're gonna put this one up first. So this one comes down, and then No, wait, this one stays. No, this one's, hold on, this one stays. And it's supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, so this one goes. And okay, so that was fine. And so then I think this one, and then this one, and then I think this one. Nope, not that one. That one stays. For now. Alright. So that's given us something to work with. Let's see. Nexus says, I guess the build I'm most proud of is a simple starter house that I made from following a tutorial since I am only good at building boxes. You know what? That's something. I mean, if you saw my first house, you would look at it and say, oh, good grief. My first house was a box. My first house was a box, and it basically, you know, it was just kind of there. I notice that I've rarely, if ever, been on my single player world since joining the Patreon, just because I don't want to have to, you know, deal with the builds. And I haven't ventured too much or too far out into the world that's there. And I probably should. I probably should just, you know, go out and do it. But I haven't, and I don't know why. Yergi says that all you need in Minecraft is a box with enough room to store your stuff. But it's fun to try to make out stuff that looks nice. That is exceptionally true. That is very, very true. And one of the things that I always find interesting is that, at least for me, I've never really considered myself a super creative person in this respect. I've never really seen myself as someone who is a builder. I've never seen myself as someone who, you know, could do stuff. And one of the things that I've come to find out about myself, and I think this is true of every single one of us who plays, is that we do, I probably shouldn't have broken that one down. I'm going to go put that one back up. We do have the capability to be creative, and no matter what we create, you know, it's something that we made, that, you know, we made from our brain. And I lost track of where I was going, so this one's got to go. And that always astounds me, especially, you know, with some of the builds I've done over the last couple of months, where I just kind of look at it and go, okay, this was in my head, and I took the time to build it, and it might have taken me 2 months, where, you know, if this was a hermit, it would have taken them, you know, an hour. Being slightly hyperbolous. But, you know, and seeing it come to life, you know, that's the coolest thing right there, is, you know, seeing something that you built with your brain, you know, out there for everyone to see. And Keith says that one of the things they love about players like Zed and Joe Hills is how they play their own game. And that's true. They totally do. And that, I respect them so much for it. Like, they just, you know, they just live it, you know. That's them. That's all them. And they're unapologetic about it. That's the even better part, is, you know, they just go and do it. And they have their own way of doing things, and their own and they do it with panache too, which is really cool. And I should have, oh, there we go, got it. Nexus says that they plan to make a giant pixel art island near their base for fun. Awesome. I would love to see that. That would be really fun. Fern says they're pretty sweet human beings. They genuinely are. Um, Liara, I know some of you were in Liara's stream earlier. Space, can you do bang command SO Liara, please? I would love for you guys to go check out her stuff too. She plays Bedrock mostly. But, okay, so I need to go up this way. Thank you, Space. Get in there. Okay, there we go. But Liara's talked at length about, meeting Zed, and just what a kind, gentle soul he is, and I believe that wholeheartedly. He seems like just a really nice, chill dude, and I'm hoping to meet him someday. We were planning to go to the Minecraft festival that got postponed till next year, and I'm very much hoping that in 2021 we'll be able to go, because it's actually a goal of mine and Manatee's, to meet him, to meet Impulse and Skizzleman. Stupid doors, come on, let me out. There we go. But yeah, and like I said, we've met Joe like 3 or 4 times now. We've hung out with him a couple times, and he's just one of the chillest dudes. Yeah, I know, right? Pearl, I know, right? Perdlo, let me out. I want to get out. I want to get out. Okay. I think this extra layer is, I think this is what we needed. I think we needed this extra width to get it the way that I'm really hoping to get it. And then we'll just plunk 1, 2, 3, and then we'll break. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. All right, so why is that going to be like that though? Oh, because this is the lengthy one. Huh. I know I didn't botch this. It's just longer on this side for some reason. Hold on. Keep that. I think it's these 3 that have to go. Yeah, it's these 3 that have to go. So... Now, if I botch this, I'm going to be upset, but I'm not going to be that upset because it's still coming out pretty okay. I mean, then again, I'm not that plussed. I've already torn this apart 3 or 4 times. Nexus says that they also encountered an interesting glitch. So it was night, and they were on half a heart, and jumped into the bed from a height that would kill me, but I went to sleep. But when I woke up, I died from the fall damage. Talk about a bad dream. Yikes. Key says, pillagers are right in the smack of the middle of their village. Well, tell them to leave. They don't belong there. Tell them to leave. Yurgi says they've seen that glitch before. At least the spawn is set. That is very true. At least your spawn is set. Alright, so we're gonna plunk that, break that, and come down. We're gonna do this one at a time so I don't screw it up. I know it means running around a lot and using a lot of food, but that's fine. I have a whole box of food. Key says that they'll try asking nicely. I would suggest asking your fellow villagers if they have a cow that would be willing to hand over some milk for you once you kill the captain. Because you're going to get that bad omen, and that bad omen is going to be a bad time. That happened to me on the new server, the new realm that we're playing on. I was there maybe 5 minutes and I'm just minding my own business and I have basic tools and everything else and I get pillaged and I'm just going, are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me right now? Pillagers? Are you serious? Ugh. Here we go. And I murdered them in the face and then got some milk and it was fine. Because there are cows on my island. I'm on a forest biome. Um, we all chose the different biomes we wanted. Flint and steel always in the ender chest. Good call. That's a very good call. Hold on, Yurgi asked me something. Does the stand there with a shield until the crossbow thing breaks still happen? I don't know. I usually just get really impatient and then murder them in the face. It's fine. Because I don't mind the bad omen because I always keep cows around. I mean, if you know me, you know why I keep cows around. And I actually put flame on my bow on that world earlier tonight before, stop it! Before hopping into this realm. Because I promised I would work on this mug a little more. I realize that we've been going for a little over an hour. So, real quick, for those of you who popped in and have no idea who the heck I am, my name is NJ Coffee Junkie. Everyone calls me NJ Coffee or Coffee Junkie for short. I am coming to you from the great state of New Jersey. That's what the NJ stands for. And I am a patron of Joe Hill's, and we are on his Legacy Patreon realm right now. It's called Legacy because this is on a world that, for new patrons, is unavailable. The whitelist was closed. All new patrons are on a different realm, which is fine. And it's actually a lot of fun building a world from scratch, which is what we're all doing right now. However, this is the Legacy realm, and I am on the Nether Hub roof. I am literally on the Nether roof, and I am working on a mug that is currently sitting on a saucer. And this is going to be my new potion shop, because my server mates had asked me to build one in this space. And of course I'm going to oblige. Because who doesn't want coffee, you know? And the materials that I'm using are white concrete. Actually, I should probably keep that. Or is that... Yeah, I should get rid of this one. That's fine. Get rid of this one. I'm using white concrete for the majority of the build. The saucer plate is made up of... the saucer plate is made up of... Wait, hold on. I think I screwed this up. Oh, no, wait. There is supposed to be something here. Not here. Wait, hold on. I think I was supposed to... Okay, so that stays up because that's the connection. Okay, hold on. Yeah, that stays up because that's the connection. I broke the wrong one. Yeah, I broke this one. And it was supposed to be this one. So we'll break this. Oops. That's my bad. Okay, all fixed. Good as new. Space Doritos says, if you're in a village, use fire because the raid starts instantly. And Key says, an Iron Golem took care of business. Thank you all for seeing me through this difficult time. You're welcome, Key. Glad you survived. Fern says, glad you kept that guy around for the muscle. Cute. Very cute. Okay. So, I am just going to place this concrete here for a hot second. And I'm going to break this so that I know I have to break this row. And then I'm going to request that if you guys have all been sitting here like I have, take a second, get a sip of water, stretch your legs, do something, because we've been here for a little bit. I'm going to take a sip of my pink lemonade here. Awesome. Okay. So we're going to continue with this. And like I said, I think widening it by one block actually really is going to help. I mean, the running around is going to get a little ridiculous after a while, but it's fine. Um, that's how I, that's how I can keep track of what I'm doing and not get discombobulated and not get. Let's see. I'm going to actually break that and that. I'm just going to break up so that way I know. Yeah, that works. Let me grab that, and then that way it'll be easier for me. Yeah, that probably means I'm going to fall and hurt myself, but that's fine. And then there we go. Okay. So then I just finish it off, and then boom. And then this one. Like I said, I don't mind taking the damage because it's just going to heal itself real quick. Space says they have cider, but water is too far away. Well, sip it slowly. Next it says whenever they find iron golems, said golems are always on the edge of town having a smoke break. Well, that's just rude. They have to do their jobs. Make them do their jobs. Excuse me. Oh wait, hold on. I realize that I can't break this one. I need to break these. Fern's asking if I need to fly around often to get a sense of the shape. Sometimes, I guess. I haven't done that in a while. Usually what I do is usually what I'll do is I will climb the scaffolding that I have right outside the doors, and that usually gives me an indicator. I try not to fly too much when I'm up here because I get this weird disorientation, and there's nobody on the server, so that if I die, I don't remember where my spawn point is. So if I die, I'm screwed. I'm not gonna know, I'm not gonna know where. I'm not gonna know where I am. I'm not gonna know where my stuff is. So yeah, see if you can. From what you see here, I went to see if a wider base would work, and you're seeing basically the interior and the exterior right now. And from what I'm seeing, it looks a little funky right now because we're widening it out. But I really think that this is more of what I was aiming for. I mean, I was hoping that I could get it a little bit more curvy, but with the way this is, the curvy is not going to happen. It's just not. And so I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to continue widening it out around, and then that's going to allow me to get the handle in, which is going to be on the right side, basically the pickaxe side. And then we'll do the top, and then it should be ready for decoration and the loading of supplies. I actually don't have, and don't mind the camera changing, I'm just adjusting I'm just repositioning myself on my couch right now. Because I'm streaming from my living room. I'm not kidding. I don't have the fancy gaming chair and all that other stuff. I'm not, I'm not like a pro streamer or anything. um, actually, I just celebrated 4 months of streaming the other night, so. And you're all watching this right now because of Joe, and not because I'm his patron either. He asked me one night, we were watching the stream together, Manatee and I, and he called me out on stream and he said, hey NJ, do you stream? Are you a streamer? And I went, no. Like, I replied back to him in chat. I said, no. He goes, you should. I think you'd be great at it. And I'm just going, oh, here we go. Because once an idea gets in my head, it's game over. So I spent the better part of a month, and I'm not kidding, the better part of a month doing all this research, right? I did a butt ton of research. I looked into OBS and Streamlabs OBS, and I asked 1,001 questions because, oddly enough, there are so many of us in Joe's Discord who are streamers. I think there's like 14 or 15 of us. And I think some of us also started. I think some of us also started because he asked us to and inspired us to. And it's just like, well, holy crap, Like, ah, shoot. Like, holy crap. Oh, whatever. I'm just gonna go up. It's fine. Yeah, I'm still like shaking my head over it, to be honest, Space, and I'm very grateful. And um the thing is, some people know this, some don't. Like, if you've been regularly watching the streams. By the way, Odd the Natural and Mandrake Doe, thank you for the follows. I really appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the cafe, as I call it. That's what I call everyone hanging out. Oh, Space, can you throw a link out to the Discord? That would be cool. Pretty please. Thank you. Okay. That's my Discord. My Discord is open. I am always looking for people to come join me and come hang out. It's a lot of fun. Um, please feel free. We talk about all kinds of stuff. I'm a wrestling fan. I'm a Minecraft fan. I'm a Hermitcraft fan. I'm a cow fan, a coffee fan. We talk about all kinds of stuff. And the more, the merrier. But I'm very glad you're all here, and I appreciate every single one of you. But yeah, so I did it again. Oops. Oh, derp. Oh, I'm having a night. It's fine. Let me climb out of this and put this down, and I'll get that in a second. Odd is asking if I watch any YouTubers. I watch a lot of YouTube. It's basically all I watch anymore, to be honest. I don't really even watch TV that much anymore. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, listen, Mr. Spruce Buttons, you're going over here. You're going to stay there for a minute, because I'm going to grab you, put you back where I found you, and then come grab you, and then put the buttons down so I don't get gassed. Okay. So I watch a variety of YouTubers. I not only watch Hermitcraft. I also watch Skizzleman, who I call Hermit Adjacent. I watch Cultaholic, which is a wrestling focused channel, and What Culture, which does gaming and comics and wrestling. I sometimes watch WWE links if I can't watch Monday Night Raw or anything like that. Um, let's see, what else do I watch? His solo skid series is flippin' hilarious, and I think everyone should watch it. And I'm not just saying that because I'm in one of his mods. Um, what else do I subscribe to? Um, I mean, I watch The Daily Show and Late Night with Stephen Colbert, and I mean, I have I have my personal YouTube channel and I have my own YouTube channel for this, and I watch a lot of different stuff. I love comedy, so I'll like try to dig up Whose Line Is It Anyway, old skits and stuff. Um, oh God, I don't even know. What name is it? Are you talking about my YouTube channel? Or, oh yes, Space, link please. Space has you covered. They've got all the deets. Um, I think they're asking for mine. Now here's the thing though. I don't make videos. Um, I haven't figured out how to do that yet. That's a new skill that I'm learning along the way. Because I've been inspired by Durander at Home, whose series I love, and Space and I were actually in Space and I were actually in a two-parter of his ongoing series, Jurlandia. I watch Titan Liara, and I watch the Hermitcraft recaps, um, and obviously I watch the Hermits and stuff. And yeah, I would love to be able to do that. Um, I mean, I went to college for English. My degree is in English, but I was a radio DJ in college as well, and a lot of what I do on here, I kind of gleaned from my experiences in that, um, which is why I sound a lot more comfortable than I feel. I'm actually very nervous. I'm actually a very nervous person. And I'm very shy, even though people are like, how can you be shy? You're so extroverted. I said, well, yeah, I'm extroverted, but inside my brain's like all mush. Because it's nerve-wracking a little bit. It is. It's a little nerve-wracking. It's fine. But yeah, so I've given thought to making videos. Maybe from my single player, maybe from I don't know about here because I just like to stream from here, and I have permission to do it. Um, I'm encouraged to do it. I also stream from another server called Fallycraft, where I have full permission to stream from. Everyone who's on that server does, um, and I'm very lucky to be a part of that community as well. Um, but yeah, I haven't quite figured out video technology other than with my YouTube channel. I post all of my stream replays on it. So I usually wait the obligatory, 24 hours or whatever it is, and then I'll repost it. Um, do I want to blog? Um, Here's the thing. I'm kind of protective about my personal details about certain things about my life and stuff. And while I'm willing to share a bunch of stuff as it is, I don't want to use a face cam. And I have been asked not to use a face cam. I'm too shy for that anyway. Kercha3 says, is this Coffee Junkie from Skiz's chat? Yes, it is. I am Skiz's Coffee Junkie. But yeah, so forgive me if I am exceedingly shy about that. But I just, no, I don't want to use a face cam. So, not again. That's the third time I've done that. Dear Skiz, can I borrow your duh counter? Hugs and kisses, NJ. Alright, so we're gonna put that back. Derp. We're gonna toss the buttons again. Bye-bye. We're gonna put the spruce plank back. And button here, button there, button everywhere. Okay. Thank you, Torito. But welcome to the stream, Kerchas3. Can I just call you Kerr? Odd says yeet. Yeet indeed. There we go. Let's open those doors nice and wide. So when you came in, for those of you who just came in, I am in the middle of widening this coffee mug. It is a cappuccino mug, so it's wider across the top. And I'm trying to, I think, yeah, this one's gotta go. This one doesn't look right. This one's gotta go. I am widening the mug out a little bit. Yeah, it's not a Pokeball. It's a cappuccino mug. It's supposed to be wide. It's narrow on the bottom and then it widens out, but you can't see. Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right, I have enough. So here, I'm gonna break this for you so you can see. So basically, this here. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That was bad. That was very bad. So yeah, basically, there we go. So this is the bottom of the saucer right here. And the bottom of the saucer, this is nether quartz. I didn't want to do that. That's what I wanted. Okay, so I'm going to put this, I'm going to put the nether quartz back before I lose my fish. Which I already lost. So the nether quartz slab goes there. Okay, so I got everything back. Now I climb. Oh, that's right, I'm not high enough. Oh, come on! There we go. Okay, elytra work, elytra work, elytra work. Okay. See, this is why I don't fly in the nether. I know my fish are still in the hole. I'll get them out in a... Oh my god, they're glitching. Oh dear. I'm so sorry, fishies. Rip for the fishies. I lost my fish. Can we have a moment for the fishies, please? They didn't deserve to go out like that. Oh. Rip. Thank you for the follow, Kachas3. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. So yeah. Anyway, so I was saying something about... Oh, Polity! Thank you! Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. We're building this cappuccino mug, and I lost more than a half stack of fish because I derped, and it serves me right. And, well, poop. So a moment for the fishies. Sorry, fishies. I would have eaten them. Poop. Okay. Oh! Excuse you? Where'd you come from? Yeah, you. What are you doing in my house? You can't just let yourself in here. See? Rude. I'm in the middle of doing something here. They're always up in my business. They're always up in my business. Trying to come check me out. Well, I didn't want a button. I didn't want buttons. It's not a house. It's a cafe. Serves me right, I guess. I don't know. It's fine. Anyway, you stay there. You've done enough harm. It's fine. Sliding doors. That requires redstone knowledge I don't have. I don't know anything about redstone, other than it's red and it's stone. I'm not Impulse. Up. Here we go again. That made it worse. So we'll do that. And then we'll break this. Right? That'll allow us to climb out. Excuse me! Get out! Come on, get out, you're in my space. hope you're laughing with me and not at me right now. Although if you're laughing at me, it's totally valid and I understand. Come on, buddy. Buddy. Move. I can't hit you. You'll murder me in the face. Get out of my space. I think he's stuck. Oh. Alright, are you stuck? You stuck, buddy? Come on. There you go. Okay, you were stuck. That's terrible. We can't have that. This is why we can't have nice things. There we go. Good as new, buddy. Bye. This is what the streams are mostly like. It's just me being silly and making a fool out of myself. Because you know what? If I'm gonna do this and have fun, and you come along with me, might as well be at my own expense. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Okay. Oh, let's see. I think this one, yeah, this one has to come down. This one's sticking out too far. Alright, I'll go get that in a minute. You know what? I have scaffolding. I'm gonna go get it that way. So let's put up some scaffolding. And yes, I know I'm risking gas by doing this, but I have to. And before I am, like, funny odd. Very funny. That's what she said. Jeez. I left myself available for that one. Alright, so that's all broken down. That's fine. Now, it might look a little bit squirrely on the inside, and it does look squirrely on the inside, but you know what? That's fine, because a lot of this, I'm just gonna cover a good chunk of this up with, well, one, it's not done yet, and two, the walls are also going, like, see here, this is the spruce. I think what I want to do is put the spruce on the sides as well, because I want it to look like you're walking into a cup of a cappuccino, like you're walking into a cup of coffee, and it have that nice, warm, inviting space. And this is going to be a lot of lather, rinse, repeat, but at the same time, I'm saving myself a lot of grief and a lot of wear and tear on my pickaxe. Because if I had gone ahead and just tore everything down and restarted, not only would that take a butt ton of time I don't want to spend, but also it would completely thrash the pickaxe. And one death in the gold farm this week was plenty. I had 4, so I had more than enough. I had a month's worth of deaths in the gold farm. Mainly because I misclicked and ended up in the minecart, because happens. But, you know, is what it is. Alright. So we're starting to really get into a rhythm here, as we widen this out just one more row. And I think our mutual combined thought here was a valid one. I think widening it did the trick, and I think it's going to be the way that we want it. Now, as soon as this is a little bit higher, because I don't want it super high, because again, I don't want this to look cylindrical, it's got to look chunky. As soon as I'm done, I'm going to put the handle on, which I'm hoping to do before I end the stream. I don't plan on ending anytime soon. I mean, I do have to get some sleep at some point. That would be nice. Hello, unemployed alien. Welcome to the stream. I am in the middle of building my cappuccino mug. Let's see, so that's going to be there, so that's got to go. This has to go, so this one's got to go. And down we go. So for those of you who have never been to a stream of mine before, refresh, alien. Everything's fine on my side for once. Um, so for those of you who have, like, this is your first time in the stream tonight, I have to know. I want to know. How did you find me? I'm really curious about that. How did you find my stream? Because someone said earlier that I was on their recommended list, which is awesome. Space says through Joe's Discord, smartass. Smart Alec you are. Yeah, because I actually did remember to post the link this time. There we go. I like when both doors open. Makes it easier. You are, but that's why I like you so much. Odd says because they saw the mug and they had to click it. How's the stream going, considering you can't see it? It's going well, thank you. Everyone says, when you forget, you cover for me. Thank you, Space. Emily says, hashtag blame Joe. That's the easy answer. Perlo says through the Discord, the stream's going well. Unemployed Alien, do me a favor and refresh your page. That should get the, yes, Space, DM me and that'll remind me, because that's just too funny. I have to figure out how to do it, but I'll figure it out. 27JX420 says, looking through the Minecraft streams from search. Really? Oh, that's so cool. Thank you and welcome. I didn't know I could be findable that way. Hannah McNeil says, or Hannah M. Neal says, you were on the recommended list and I'm new to Twitch. Practicing my Twitch skills at night makes for less embarrassment. Well, you know what? It can be intimidating, I'll be honest. When I first started streaming, I was absolutely flippin' terrified. Because I was really nervous and everything else. And once you get the hang of it and once you just start, chatting and talking and just, responding to chat and as people come in, you you get used to it and it'll feel more comfortable and it'll feel more natural. When I was a radio DJ in college, right? My first DJ shifts were overnight. They were 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. because a lot of people weren't really listening at that time. And it gave me a chance to practice and get accustomed and comfortable with being on the air. And yeah, so I mean, you get used to it after a while. And it almost becomes second nature. And Keith says they found me through Thomas DeSpace's stream chat than Twitter. Awesome. I love Thomas. Thomas is great. Space. Post Thomas's stuff, please. He was streaming today. He does he streams from Zed's Patreon channel, and he also streams his own stuff, and he does hardcore half heart hardcore, where he plays Minecraft with half a heart. It's ridiculously good. Like, totally recommend it. Alright, so that goes there. Oh, I need one. Oh, I shouldn't have taken that down. Oops. Hold on. That's alright. No worries. Don't worry. I'm fine. Hannah's asking, oh, that's why you have such a great voice. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That's very sweet. What did I study? It's Thomas 2 space, no spaces. I studied English, actually. My degree is in English. My minor is in my minor is in sociology, but I have a concentration in communication. I would have double minored with communication, but the class that I needed to take to finish it was canceled every semester that I had to finish it. So I just went, I'll just have a concentration and that'll be fine. It seems to have gotten me somewhere, I guess. Professionally, I am a proofreader. So a lot of what I do is I do a lot of quality control and a lot of quality checking. I do QA and QC. So basically, for the stuff that my job creates in-house, I just look it over to ensure that it's of high quality, that it is up to the client's standards, and that it's up to our standards as well. All right, so that's got to go. So this is going to go. And so that's what I do as my day job. And streaming is one of my hobbies. And I broke that too far. Again. Oops. All right, so carpet here. Oh, thank you for the follow, 27JX420. I really appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. It means a lot. Every single follow means a lot to me. Thank you so very much. The proof is in the coffee. Actually, I wish. Wait, hold on. I think I boo-booed here. I think this was supposed to be. I think I broke this. This is supposed to be here. This. What did I do? Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I think I boo-booed something here. Okay, so that's definitely supposed to be there. Hold on 1 second, my peeps, because I think I boo-booed something. I need to look at this from a different view. Okay, so I just put this, but I think it was... Oh yeah, this one. Okay. Odd says poll. I don't know what you mean by that, but that's okay. Oh yeah, go ahead. Any of you, by the way, Emily, if you want, if you have access to do all the commands that Space can. So if you want to help me out and post the Discord, feel free. It's !Discord. You should be able to anyway. Alright, so that's that. And then, yeah, this one. There you go. That's my Discord. I don't have a requirement for people to be subscribers to join the Discord. It's just open for anyone who wants to join it. That's totally fine. The more the merrier, I say. Alright, so... Am I a dog person or a cat person? I am a dog person. I mean, I like cats, but I'm allergic. So I can't really be around them. Because they make me sad. That's okay. That's okay, thank you anyway. Okay, so that... Wait, this doesn't work. What did I do? Then two... Oh, okay. So this one and this one have to come out, but that one stays. Hold on. Alright, so this one comes out. Yeah, I'm seriously allergic to cats, unfortunately. And the funny thing is, all of my friends have cats. Every single friend has a cat. At least one cat. And I'm just looking at them going, are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? But my friends, my IRL friends are amazing because they know that both Manatee and I are allergic, and they know that I'm allergic. They know that Manatee's allergic, but they take really great strides to make sure that we don't have major issues when we come to visit. They make sure that their spaces are as cat-free as possible so that we can be there for as long as possible. Because usually one of us will have a reaction, and that's usually the sign of game over. We have to leave now. Especially Manatee, because when he starts getting a reaction, it hits his eyes first, and that's not okay. So our friends usually like deep clean their houses before we come over. It's hilarious and adorable, and we're grateful for them to be able to make sure that we can enjoy ourselves and not have to worry. Odd is asking what mod I'm building in. Um, as long as you don't put the cat's butt on my face while I sleep, it'll be fine. Just don't give me cat butt. There's actually a picture of me floating around somewhere, and yes, that was worth it. That was worth it for the key smash. Um, there's a picture of me somewhere where I had taken allergy medicine because our friend's cat was giving me grief. Um, and I fell asleep on their couch, and there's a picture of me out cold on the couch with their cat in my lap, flipped over, sleeping on its back. And it's the most adorable, hilarious thing. Because that would be me. Like, cats love me. They love rubbing up against me. They love saying hello. They love all this stuff, and I'm just like, I love you too, but you're gonna kill me if you lick me or something. I'm gonna have a reaction. I'm gonna get hives, and it's gonna suck. Oh, good night, Perdlo. I'm so glad you could be here. Have a really awesome night, my friend. I'll catch you in the Discord. Wait, okay, seriously, my potentially coming to Kansas the was the deciding factor in you or whether or not you got a cat. I find that very hard to believe. I mean, you do have puppers, so that should be the factor if they can get along with the kitty, not if I'm gonna make a random trip to your state, which I do hope to do one of these days. Would be nice. All right, so we're a little more than halfway there in widening this out. Let's take a quick look. Let's see where we are with this, because we've been going for almost 2 hours, and I think I got another half hour in me before I call it quits. And I want to finish the exterior at least before we do. Alright, how's that looking? I think this is closer to what I'm hoping for. M says that it might be tough to take care of the litter box if you end up having a kid. Yeah, I could I could see a concern with, having to take care of the litter box. Usually doctors warn against that. So that could definitely be a factor. Okay, so this is looking great. Awesome. Fantastic. Now, once I finish this exterior, I mean, I know it looks I'm going to be quite honest. I know that it looks like a cupcake thing. Like the paper, like a cupcake paper. That's what it looks like to me right now. That is perfectly fine. That's fine. Without the cake. It's perfectly fine. Although it does give me an idea for a cupcake shop or like a cake shop or something. So that's definitely something. Um, but I think that'll work. Now, normally with these cups, the side here where the cross beam or thingy is, and on the other side, usually when you have these kind of mugs, there's a design on the front and usually a design on the back. Emily's asking if I like cupcakes. I love cupcakes. I love cupcakes. I just don't like when they're just like slathered in too much frosting because the frosting is usually super sweet and cloying and it distracts from the taste of the cupcake. Like there have been times where I've made a lemon cake or a pumpkin cake and I haven't frosted it because it doesn't need the frosting. Like seriously doesn't need the frosting. Like I take a pumpkin muffin recipe. It's just a box of spice cake and a can of pumpkin. You just like make it like a normal cake, and it gives it a muffin consistency. Um, Sometimes if I want, I'll slather it, um, but as a whole cake with like a basic white frosting. But for the most part, I'll just, make it as a cake and treat it like a muffin and just eat it plain, and that's perfectly fine. And it's so good. It's so good. Like 10/10 recommend, kind of good. Although you do have to put a little water in the batter or else it gets really not gooey per se, but it gets a little funky. Speaking of funky, uh that should not have come down. This needs to stay. M says they also have friends with allergies. Yeah, yeah, that's the tough part. I mean, okay, so this has to come down. Yeah, this has to come down. This one and this one are coming down. Carrot cake is the best cake. Yeah, that's your opinion. I'm not a fan of carrot cake. I don't know why. I mean, I'll eat it. It's not my favorite. Space says they would give away all their Klondike bars for a cupcake. That's actually a good trade, although it was really warm today. I probably would have taken the Klondike bar. Dorito says they're allergic to cats, but thankfully it's mild, so they can enjoy the good cat belly smell with only minimal eye itchiness. I envy that. I start sneezing and then I start getting really sleepy. And I start, if it's really bad, I break out in hives. And if a cat bites me or scratches me, my skin gets really irritated, and then that's when bad things happen. Because I start breaking out in hives. Oh, Odds is asking if I like fondant cake. I like fondant cake. I don't like fondant itself. I think it's too chewy. And it doesn't really have a flavor. Okay, whose eyes who don't water at the smell of somebody's feet? Come on now. That's an unfair question. One more. Okay, one. Oh, one more on top of that. Okay. Break that scaffolding because we don't want to leave that up because we're done with this side. With every section we finish, we're going to take the scaffolding down because we don't want to leave it up because we don't want ghasts. Okay. Why don't I like tea? I actually do like tea very much. I have, I think, 3 or 4 different teas in my house right now that I drink regularly. I have peppermint, lemon ginger, orange herbal tea, and peppermint tea. We also have basic black tea, but I can't drink it anymore. Oddly enough, for someone with a coffee love, I can't really drink regular coffee that much anymore. Oh, hi Gail. Welcome to the stream and thanks for the follow, my friend. How are you? It's good to see you. I don't know either, but that's okay, you fixed it. I'm glad you are. And I'm glad you're here. We are long overdue for Uno goodness. You're a little tipsy. Well, it is Tuesday night. You're just vibing? When was your last vibe check? Oh, hold on. Carpet? Oop. Odd is asking what my favorite cartoon is. That's a really good question. It depends. I don't really have a favorite per se. I mean, I have a lot that I really, really like and appreciate. Like for example, one of my favorites is an anime called One Piece. That's a favorite of mine. Um, I've loved that cartoon for years. Um, I have to finish watching it. We're only on, oh, for Pete's sake, we're on the Skypiea storyline, and that means we're really far behind. So we have to catch up with that. Um, I'm a child of the 80s, so I grew up with, Chippendale's Rescue Rangers, and I grew up with Tailspin and, all the Disney cartoons. More recently, I'm a sucker for Phineas and Ferb, which is fantastic. That's one of my favorites, and Milo Murphy's Law, which is in the same universe. Okay, so let's see. But one of my all-time favorites has to be Danger Mouse, which is a British cartoon that came out in the early 80s. I used to watch that on Nickelodeon when I was a kid, and I still remember when we found all the episodes on DVD. I squealed, and then I brought the DVDs with me to a convention, and my British friend Simon, he cracked up and he said, "Oh my God, I remember this cartoon as a kid. How the heck did you watch it?" And I said, "Nickelodeon." Because that's what we watched when we were kids. We watched Nickelodeon, like 7 o'clock in the morning before school. It was Danger Mouse. It was Danger Mouse and Banana Man. That's what we watched, my brother and I. Danger Mouse and Banana Man. And Darkwing Duck. And Count Duckula. And all those. So Space went ahead and redeemed the coffee beans, which all of you are earning by watching the stream tonight. And they asked, "What's your favorite Phineas and Ferb episode? I can't believe I've never asked this." Well, I can't believe you've never asked it either, honestly. And to tell me, or to tell you which episode I like is, kind of a Herculean task because I don't know. um, there are so many good ones. Oh God, now I have to try to remember episodes. Um, the one where Doof becomes a good guy and teaches the class with the ants that are the ants in the army. That's a good one. The Aglet song episode is really good. The um oh gosh, there's so many episodes. Yes, Do Photo One. That's the one. That's what it's called. Um, oh gosh, you put me on the spot. M says that she may be going to bed soon. There's a long day of looking at houses tomorrow. Ooh, exciting! I want details, girl. I want to know how it goes. Like 2 hours just to get there. Well, that's because you live where you live. And that wasn't a good idea. I need to go the other way to get out. No, that's not it either. Poop. Okay. I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go this way to get out. There we go. Okay. So we have to put one down there. Oh wait, no. That's right. It goes one here, because that's where I fell. And one here. And then the button. Because you gotta put the button back. There we go. Okay, good as new. I should probably be putting down buttons as I go around this thing, so I'm going to do that right now before I forget, because if I log out and leave this, I'm going to end up with a ghast blowing my stuff up sky high, and I can't have that. That's going to ruin my day. Terrified to dump so much money into something where you'll only be there for a year. Well, you know what? You can rent a house for the year. Don't don't feel like you have to buy a house because you need a place to live like that. I mean, look to see what's for rent so that you don't have, you don't have the mortgage burden, especially if you're planning on moving. It'll save you a lot of grief. And a lot of times houses for rent are pretty much, move-in ready. So, so yeah. Odd is asking, do I watch other Minecraft YouTubers? I do. I watch the majority of Hermitcraft. I watch Sliced Lime. Oh, good night, Key. Thank you for being here. I'll see you again really soon. I watch Sliced Lime and Thomas to Space and Il Mango and the Psycraft group. Um, you're going to rent, but deposit plus first month's rent turning on utilities plus the cost of living. You know what? You'll find a way to make it work. Stick to what's in the budget. See what you can take with you so you don't have to worry about furnishing stuff. And, you're going to be okay. You're going to be alright. Haha! Cute name. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Il Mango is very, very, very good at what they do. The whole Psycraft team is. They are amazing. Alright, so checking by the buttons, we are almost done going around this circle. Odd says they like to watch LD Shadow Lady. I haven't heard of them, but I will have to check them out. Yeah, we're almost done with this. This went fast. Oh, wow. We're just, like, crushing it right now, everybody. I'm seriously almost done with this. Oh, well, I would be if I didn't fall. Dang it. Let me pop a scaffolding on here. Alright, there we go. Oh, one more. There we go. Okay. Get up there. Thank you. You can do it. Okay, so we're gonna break this. M says that it's nice to see me take on such a large project and stick with it. Gives hope to finish the mega builds that she's working on. You're welcome. To be honest, I've only popped in here on stream. I've been really well, okay. So let me tell you guys a story, and it's gonna be a little bit embarrassing for me. And you know what? It's after 11. This is real talk right now. I'm gonna stop what I'm doing for a second. So a lot of people know this already, and I'm not ashamed to admit it, but I live with anxiety. And sometimes I do get overwhelmed by things. And when we started the new server, or the new realm, last week, I felt really insecure about it. Because everyone I play with on Joe's Patreon group, they know what they're doing. They're talented, they're smart, they know where to look, they know what to look for. They're just stellar. They're stellar at everything they do. They really are. And it was very easy to immediately feel inadequate and let my anxiety take hold of how I was feeling and taking advantage of that, vulnerability, for lack of a better word. And it put me in a really weird spot because I wanted to do this really, massive thing, and I got really frustrated. and I'd go. This is really loud in my ear. Hold on. Give me 1 second, because what I'm hearing is really loud in my ear. So I'm just going to lower it a tick. I'm going to lower the music just a tick. Yeah, it is creepy because I'm on the nether roof. So I'm going to lower the music just a hair because it was really loud in my ear. But, I live with anxiety, and I was really, really anxious about what I was going to be able to do and the resources I had available. And it was just, just new stuff and not knowing where everything was and not having access to resources and everything else. It was rough. It was very rough on me. And I don't remember where I left off. I think it was here. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna get scaffolding and see where I am because I just lost my place. If you haven't noticed, I get distracted by stuff. It's fine. But I was really dealing with that, and I've been very open and honest with the group about those insecurities and about that anxiety. And they just kind of they handled it. Okay, so I need to build up from here. So let me do that real fast. But I wasn't sure how to handle it, and so I wasn't handling it to the best of my ability, and it was really just odd and weird. And everyone on that in that group, and Emily is part of that group, have taken, took how I was feeling, and they did everything in their power to reassure me that it was okay, that my feelings were valid, and that it was fine, and that I'd be alright. And they made sure that I had some stuff that I couldn't really gain access to, so that way I could still feel like I was, being able to contribute and stuff like that. And even when I logged on earlier tonight, before popping on here, I was gifted a chest with, enchanted diamond gear, which I haven't even found diamonds on this server yet. I hadn't found diamonds yet at all. All I found was lava. And I have no way to, even if I, converted it to obsidian, I have no way to mine it because I have no diamonds. And so they looked after me, and they gave me inspiration to really continue going after the cabin that I'm building. And yes, I'm building another cabin in the woods. Don't hate me for it. I just can't help it. I like building wood cabins. It's great, especially because I'm living in a forest biome. I should probably have that. But um, but they made sure that I felt welcome, that I didn't feel like I was inadequate, that I still felt like I could contribute stuff, and that gave me the motivation to finish. And when I see this, and I'm just gonna say this like outright, right? Um, M says, if it isn't a cabin, is it NJ's base? Well, the cabin in the woods that's on this realm is not my base. It's just the thing I built, with Durander. The cabin that the cabin I'm building there is going to be my base. My base on this server is the loft above Barnes and Joble. But I'm gonna tell you that if you are willing to stick with it, and you take your time and you don't get frustrated even if you have to tear it down, and it's not easy to not be frustrated. It's very difficult to stay motivated. Um, as long as you're kind to yourself and you just take your time, you'll start to see the vision. You'll start to see it come together, and that's what should inspire you, and keep you motivated, is seeing your vision come to life. And that's why when I look at these builds, even though I had to tear the saucer down flipping twice, um, you know, once you see it come together, that's the motivation. That's where the motivation comes from. And I forgot where I left off. Over here? Alright, well I'm gonna break that because I don't need it anymore. Very satisfying sound, I must say. Plunk carpet there, keep it going. Yeah, I get squirrely about doing certain things on my own too, and I mean, let's face it, number one, the Persephone Hades build I did last month or whatever it was would not have been done if it wasn't for you keeping the Prismarine shop stocked. My nether portal, neither of my nether portals would have been in place if it wasn't for Sixie. Right? Everything we do, even though we're laying the bricks down, by ourselves, the builds that we're doing are not by ourselves. There's always someone helping us along the way. And look at what you all have done for me on the new realm, right? You've shown that 1,000% of nobody's alone. We're one giant collective trying to stay alive from the demiurge. And that's just how it is. And that's how it's always going to be. We're always going to look out for one another. Odd is asking me what my favorite season is. And that's a good question. I think for me, my favorite season is fall. Like, late summer, early fall. Because that's the time of year when the students I work with are back in school, and there's just this change in the air, this new year. Like, for me, September is a new year, because that's when all the students come back to school and everything, and like the grind for us starts up again. Because from late August to like late May, we do all this stuff, and we're busy and we're on the go, and that's why a lot of times my streams are very sporadic, because I'm busy on the weekends and stuff. Hello, Galatian. You can say hi once. I always acknowledge everyone after I finish my sentence. But thank you and welcome to the stream, and thank you, the Evil King Brewer, for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I will never ignore someone in chat if it can be helped. Never, ever, ever. And there's a wooden button on the white concrete. Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's a button. I'm gonna go in and fix it all later. Don't worry about it. Where was I now? Okay, so this... Hold on, wait a minute. Did I finish it? I couldn't have finished it. I'm not done yet. Yeah, I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 things to go. We're almost there, you peeps. I'm not gonna stop until this is done. Not the mug itself. Good gravy. I'll be here for another hour at least. Okay, so... Alright, let me put the other one in, because that's going to tell me... I really do appreciate all of you who have stuck around this entire time. It means a lot. I'm just a coffee girl, building a coffee mug on the nether roof, just chilling. Alright, so I have to take that one down too, so I'll go around and get it. I have to remember the door's on my left now. Scaffolding. Yep. I'm a coffee girl in a coffee world. Yes, you do need to finish the spaceship. It's not that far from being done. Alright, so... Okay, wait, this one? Is it this one that has to come down? Yeah, this one, because this one's on the inside. Glacian's asking how we got to the nether roof. Oh, that's a funny story. Alright, so before I get into that, I just want to say Sebastian5226 Pro, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So the nether roof was blown by our demiurge, Joe Hills. This is his Patreon realm. This is his legacy realm. Hi there. Thanks for using your coffee beans, Sebastian. I hear you loud and clear. Again, thanks for the follow. But yeah, so let me show you the hole real quick before I finish this last section. So Joe, after he was demised on, oh yeah, borrowed, not stolen. After he demised um, in Hermitcraft um, last season, he came to have some fun and blow off a little steam. So he blew off a little steam by blowing a hole straight through our nether hub roof, the top of our nether hub, into the nether roof. Claimed it was free real estate, and then covered it with glass panes, lime glass panes, because that's his jam, right? And so he said, well, you can do whatever you want with the space. Now, we've already been coming up to the nether hub roof because of our gold farm, which is past where that rainbow is. But none of us had really built anything on it. He gave us a way to do that, like an easy access way to do it. So Sixie and a couple of our other server mates built the staircase and they put a design on the bottom and everything else. And M is building a spaceship, and Space has their merch shop, and this is going to be a coffee shop. I sell coffee on this realm. Oddly enough, on the new realm, I will probably be serving tea because I live in a forest biome and I thought about what I could sell, so I thought about selling leaves, and well, the story writes itself. But yeah, Joe Hills owns this realm. He has full creative control and can do whatever the heck he pleases. And so, if you are a Hermitcraft fan and you watched his last season in episode 140, you watched us all get blown up. The church and everything else that was in that episode when he crossed over from Falsewell is all here. This is the realm he crossed over to. We also have the the Ravager's Ravine, where he did the one stream where he was experimenting to go through Cub's Ravager run and died, and we ended up taking all the stuff. And by we, I mean Sixie, because we weren't there for it. Okay, so this is too wide. So must this be too wide? So is it this one? Yes, the Chaotic Evil episode. That is right. That's right, bunny. Alright, so it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So then it's this one, not this one. So this one has to come down. Galatian says got it. Yep, that's how it happened. You got some arrows in his armor. I know there's stuff. I know there are some things that are hidden or like boxed away in his house on here that none of us will go near, which is fine. That's how it should be. Chaotic lawful. See, I like to say chaotic nice, like the pins that we have from packs. Okay, wait a minute. That doesn't look right. But that is right. Okay. How do you, so Galatian's asking, how do you play the new updates early like the Nether update? Um, we don't, we don't play the snapshots on here. This is 116, 115, something like that. I think this one has the bees, I don't remember. But the Nether update we can get on our own, but the realms I don't think have it updated yet. I'm not sure that they do. We're on 115.2. That's right. The realms are on 115.2. We're not at 116 yet. We're not really building up in the Nether in the new world either because of the Nether update. We have our portals and everything, but we know that those are going to get borked. And you know what? That's okay. Alright, so now... Okay. Oh, it does have bees. Okay. Okay. Hello, Text Bullseye. Welcome to the stream. So, this is kind of looking like a mug. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm just going to cover that up above the door. I'm not liking where that is right now. I'm going to fix that. That's not the look I'm going for. So I'm going to carpet this up real fast. Villains or victims, what team are you in? Neither. The volunteer work that I do, um, I like to think that I'm making the world a little bit of a better place, and that is one of my goals in life, is to leave the world better than I found it. um, I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that, Text Bullseye. If you're referring to space, don't mind them. We're just messing around because we're all friends. Yeah, I'm just gonna cover this. Wait, hold on. Hold on. I've got a better idea. Hold on. I'm gonna break this. Hold on. Because I actually picked up. Alright, let me... Ah, dang it. Come here. Alright, wait a minute. Let me go back up and get that. Galatians says that they like asking questions. I don't mind answering questions. I don't. I mean, that's what my coffee bean points are for. Polite is asking where I'm from. I am from New Jersey, in the USA. I'm on the East Coast. Home of diners, disco fries, and the Taylor ham pork roll debate. Okay, let's see. There it is. Okay. Is it nighttime in the US? It is. It is 11:37 p.m. where I am. Hmm. I don't know. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Odd. Are you in the US as well, or are you watching from another country? Is there anybody here who isn't watching from the US? I'm actually genuinely curious. Well, oh, that's right. Yeah, Space is Canadian. Polity says it's 5:38 for them. Oh, where are you? 5:30 a.m. Oh goodness, where are you? Galatian says that they found my stream in the recommended channels. I was recommended. Oh, you're in Bulgaria? Oh, that's so cool. Oh my gosh. Oh, and hello, G Steves. Welcome to the stream. Canadian here, it's 12:38. Okay, so you're an hour ahead. Okay. And Odd says they're in Vietnam. Oh, wow. International party tonight. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you guys are all here. And thank you, Text Bulls. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so a while ago I picked up a stack of light blue terracotta because I'm building this cappuccino mug that's kind of like a teacup. It some people could see it as a teacup, right? Screenshot that for me, Space, because I don't believe you. They're saying that I'm first in the Minecraft category. Yeah, right, Space. Yeah, screenshot that for me, and I'll cry about it in the morning. I promise. But in any event, so I'm trying to do, um, I can't even speak. You guys are killing me tonight. Oh, it heavens me. Hold on. Oh my God. Oh gee. Okay. It's 8:40. It's 8:40 for you. Oh wow. Okay. So it's still early for you. Yeah, that's cool. So I'm trying to do this combination like a cappuccino mug and a coffee mug and everything else. Emily, I do. I'm just not paying attention to it. Um, um, oh, good night, Gail. Have a really nice night. Thanks for stopping in. So it's kind of like a cappuccino mug meets a tea mug almost. Odd says it's 10:40 a.m. Well, good morning. Good morning. I'm glad you're spending part of your day with me. Um, so I have this big open space here, and as you can see, there's a theme that's on, like there's a marker that Joe has because this is his realm, and it's an et sign. And so a while ago, I picked up this light blue glazed terracotta. And so what I want to do, and I realize I'm a little bit too close. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So let me fix the carpet and move back just a tick so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to move back to about maybe here. Oh, hi, Sea Vortex. Thank you and welcome to the stream. Thanks for the follow. How's your day or night going? I appreciate that. Yes, Vex Magic. Absolutely. Little Vex Magic never hurt anyone. Um, so what I want to do as part of this cappuccino mug, because cappuccino mugs have designs, and the one that I'm basing this off of actually does have a design to it. It's from a convention I went to many, many years ago. Let me give myself a little more space. There we go. So I want to make an at sign in this area, and then I'm going to fill it in as I go. Hello, Controlled Chaos. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Odd is asking, do I know Harry Potter? Um, I don't personally know him, but I know the books. I've read all the books. I've seen all the movies. The books are better than the movies. Emily says Slytherin for the win. I am of Hufflepuff House, actually. Hufflepuff is my house. We are brave and loyal, and we are good to our friends. Alright, so we know that there's... I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to do this. I think I might have to widen this out just a little bit more. So I'm going to do that really fast. Let's widen this out a little more. Actually, wait, no, I can't do that. Let me go over here and fix that. That was a bad idea. That was a bad idea, NJ. Um, hmm. Odd says they're in Gryffindor. Awesome. Oh, that's twisted. Oh, okay. So Tex, you're asking about the world that I'm working on. I am on a Patreon realm. So this is a realm. It's run by a Minecrafter named Joe Hills. He is part of the Hermitcraft server, and as part of our rewards for being a patron, yes, Hermitcraft. As part of the reward for being a patron of his, I get to play on this server. And so I've been playing Minecraft overall since 1.14 came out. So around, geez, July of 2018. But I've been a patron and playing on this server since June of 2019. And right now I'm in the middle of trying to figure out how to make an et symbol on this cappuccino mug with this light blue glazed terracotta that I picked up in my travels. So I think if I do it like maybe coming in one closer, because apparently I can't reach it, I'm just like waving in the air like a waving in the air like I just don't care. I can't widen this out any further, so I'm gonna have to make this count. M says approaching 1 year anniversary of Joe patronage. As am I. I've been a patron of his since April 30th of last year. Odd is asking. Okay, so Galatian asked, why do I like coffee so much? I like coffee a lot because it just the caffeine, and it tastes good, and it reminds me of my dad. Like I talk to my dad almost every day, and he's a big coffee drinker, and he would actually sneak coffee for me every so often, even though it drove my mom crazy. 'Cause she's like, oh, it'll stunt your growth. I'm only 5'5". My growth wasn't gonna be that much to begin with, so it wasn't a big deal. Oh, I didn't want to put that there. Oopsie doo. All right, so there we go. Hold on. No, I don't want that there. Thanks, Em. Um, all right, so okay, so it needs to be. All right, so hold on. I need to lower this by 1. So let's take this down and this down. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, wait, hold on. Space, I'm going over to your place. I'm actually from New Jersey, Tex. I live in New Jersey. Oh, Odd, I'm sorry. I must have missed a question from you. I do play video games. I have my husband and I have a PS4. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to do that because I don't have the space. But I'm going to make it work. Because I was looking at the @ sign. I was looking at the @ sign for inspiration. Because I have to try to figure out how to make it loop around um, so that this is across the top like that, and then loops up. Not there. Um, that 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 didn't work. That doesn't look like an @ sign at all. It had potential and just went sideways. All right, hold on. Back to the drawing board we go. Take 2. Take 2. Quiet on the set. Take 2. How is that different from New York? It depends on what part of New Jersey you're from. Yeah, I could probably make it a little bit bigger. I could. I had, the first try is not always going to be the one that works. You can make it a bit sticking out so it can be a bit bigger. Yeah, because what I can do is I could go 1 or 2 higher, and the extra height would actually give me would actually give me would actually give that to me. Give me that height that I need. Let me see. Hold on. You guys are like messaging, and I want to be able to read everything you're reading. You're telling me. I don't want to skip anything. I don't want to miss anything. I do play video games. Odd. I play Uno. I play a lot of mobile games. Um, I have a game called Detroit Become Human that I haven't started yet that I really want to. Um, Plants vs. Zombies is another favorite. Pandemic, because I have the board game and the mobile app. Um, let's see. I could fudge it by using a 2x2 square instead of the at. You give the impression of it. Maybe, maybe. Do I know Yander Simulator? No, I don't. And Tex, you weren't spamming. I would have told you if you were spamming. You're perfectly fine. I appreciate all the questions. I really do. So okay, we're gonna try this again. And I know that definitely, I know I want the loop of the A down here across the bottom, across the door. And I want it to come up like this, and then have it go like that. And then have it kind of stop maybe, because see how it curls under like that? I think that's kind of close. But it's the A part. It's the actual A part that has me kind of stumped. So if I do 2 and then like that maybe? Does that look... Hold on, let me break this. We'll step back, we'll take a look at it with fresh eyes. Huh. Hmm. Okay. It's better. It's better. Maybe if it's... Chop the 2 blocks out on the bottom right. These 2. Alright, so we'll chop these out. Does that look like an @ sign to you? Should I raise the 2 blocks on the bottom up? Or is that not going to work either? Huh. Okay, Odd is saying maybe. And they're also asking if I like Starbucks or Highlands. I'm not sure about Highlands. I don't think I've heard of it. It doesn't sound familiar to me, oddly enough. But I do like Starbucks. I'm a sucker for it. Alright, how's that? Is that closer? Or wait a minute, hold on. Hold on. One second. I think I see it. I think I see it. I think I see it. Alright, that's close. That's closer. I can't make the middle any bigger though. Unless if I make it one more make it my own and call it contemporary art. I could do that. Cuz the other thing is if I made this one higher, I could raise those 4 blocks up one and then put one more set of 2, and that might look okay too. I mean, this doesn't look bad. It looks a little more like an A than it did before. That's for sure. Okay. Wow, okay, we've been going for almost 3 hours. Good grief. See, this is why I only stream like twice a week. Because I just lose track of time and I'm just going, oh my gosh. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna break this. I'm gonna get some scaffolding, right? Yeah, okay, we're gonna be good. We're gonna come up here and we're gonna fill in we're gonna fill the rest of this in with white not that, hold on, let me break that. We're gonna fill the rest of this in with white concrete so that it stands out. Because I also grabbed blue wool, but I think that would distract, and I think it'll pop more with the white concrete. And that's why I chose white concrete for this build, because I wanted it to look and feel kind of like porcelain and stuff. I thought that would be neat. Okay. Yeah. That's the ticket right there. So then we're going to break all this, right? We're going to replace this carpet here. We're going to pick up our scaffolding. I'm going to do one more loop around the sides to make sure that I have all of the all this stuff. I'm actually not using any mods. This is a vanilla server, so there are no mods that I know of, no data packs, no nothing. This is all just as it is. It's a vanilla realm. Oh my god, that's just like chef's kiss right there. Like, mwah, this is good. And I'm gonna fill in the top two pieces when I get it back up there. I'm gonna Now, the last thing I need to do, since all the scaffolding is down, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to break this so I can put more scaffolding down. I'm going to climb up. Thank you, Bunny. I think it looks good too. I'm going to put the last piece of concrete here and here, and then I'm going to make sure that it's covered with, I'm going to make sure that it's covered with that. Now, I do have, okay, so I need something to cover these. So we're going to keep the scaffolding there for a split second. Alright, let's see what I have in my chest here. Okay, good. I have light blue carpet. So I'm going to grab the light blue carpet because we need to cover the what you call it? We need to cover that terracotta because everything that doesn't have a torch or whatever, it's a spawnable space. And I can't have ghasts spawn and then ruin my stuff, right? So now that's covered and protected. And it also matches, you know, the little walkway below. Everything seems to be carpeted. We're going to do one quick walk around just to make sure that I didn't miss any spaces. The wider part looks really good. I think that was a good call. Oh, okay. Did I miss that side? I thought I kept that together. Well, good thing I'm seeing this now. This is why we check everything. We always want to make sure. Alright, there we go. I feel a little bit better now. Because all this has to interconnect anyway. Because see how it's all nice and interconnected? Because it's all part of the same circle. See, yeah, see here we missed a spot too. So we're gonna break that. And then put this up there. And you know, that's another thing too, is that when you're going through it and you're just double checking everything, if you miss a spot, you know, don't get frustrated. Just, you know, just go ahead and fix it. And I know that's easy for me to say because I get frustrated all the time. But it's true though. I mean, just, you know, keep an eye on it and it'll be fine. Ah, dang it. Now I know that I can't touch any of this because of the design in the front, and that's perfectly fine. I've gone through, I don't know why I'm seeing magma cube squishes. That's kind of scary right there. But I've double checked this all, and everything has carpet on it. I'm going to do one more check around the perimeter. Really quick, one more check. No, I don't want to fire the rocket, thank you very much. And again, just checking for mob proofing is so valuable because you don't want to do that. Oh, odd, I did see your comment about the handle, and yes, I'm pretty much up to the handle. However, for me, it's midnight. It's midnight here, and I've been going for nearly 3 hours. And I have work at 8:30 in the morning tomorrow. So, yeah, it's fine. I don't mind it. Like I said, I only stream maybe 2 or 3 times a week, so this isn't too bad. and my husband's really awesome, and he's been playing in the other room, um, giving me that space. But I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait, and I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna save the roof and we're gonna save the handle for next time because we're so close to being done with those things. And I know that if I continue, that would be great, but I'd be up till like 2 in the morning, and that would be just really rough, and I need to be really on my game for the next couple of days. We have a lot of projects in my office that are going to need my full attention, and yeah, I'm not the only person who works in my department, but I help oversee the department, so I want to make sure that I'm on top of my game. Um, I normally stream Tuesday nights at 9, sometimes Thursdays at 9. I try for Fridays at 8, maybe. I also try to stream Sunday mornings around 10 or 11 whenever I get up in the morning. Um, I'm on Eastern Standard Time, so whatever the time difference is for you, just kind of calculate that. Um, if I stream this weekend, like Saturday, Sunday, it'll be after 9 o'clock because I have a lot of stuff going on this weekend. Um, but I just want to say thank you to all of you for all the follows, and I want to say thank you for all the good questions and all the chatting and everything else. Odd does fan art, that's awesome. Polity, really quick, is asking, is the roof going to be foamy with the et symbol? You know what? Odd, I didn't think of that. I was gonna do a heart, but now I'm gonna do that. Now I'm gonna do that. That is brilliant. Thank you. I'm gonna remember that. I thank you. I'm gonna keep that in mind. You like gold star right there. Thank you so much. Awesome. And I really do appreciate all of you. But don't go just yet. Don't go just yet. There's a couple of things I want to lay out before you before we all say our goodbyes, okay? Number one, if you're new to the stream and you haven't done so yet and you really liked what's here, um, please feel free to hit follow. If you missed any part of the stream and you want to catch up on it, that's perfectly cool too. I have a YouTube channel. Space, if you could link that for me, that would be great. That YouTube channel has all of my stream replays from the last 4 months except the last two, or the first two, because I didn't know that you could save them. I thought it was automatic. I didn't know you had to. So, all of my stuff. Thank you, Odd. I really appreciate it. Um, and if you haven't already and would like to, please feel free to join my Discord. Space has been sharing the link pretty much the entire time. But with that, again, I just want to say thanks for all the follows and everything else. And we're gonna go raid somebody. Who's on right now? Okay. So, who's on right now? Who's on right now that we could raid? Because I don't think any Minecrafters are on right now. And I want to send you to someone who is either a Minecrafter or someone whose work I know really, really well. And I don't see... Uh, you know what? Okay. So, I'm gonna send you over to Shame Wrangler. He's a buddy of mine from from a wrestling group I belong to. He's not family friendly, and he's playing a game that's a horror game called Dead by Daylight. So when you head over there, if you choose to head over there, that's cool. Just say NJ's Coffee Raid is brewing. And I hope that you all will join me for my next stream later this week. But until then, have a wonderful night. Thank you all so very much. And remember, as always, to be excellent to yourselves and to each other. Stay healthy, stay safe. I'll see you next time. Bye.